Hey everyone, this is Sarah from Black Sheep Media, where being a black sheep is a positive thing. I talk about what I find interesting and funny, and hopefully I stand out for good in the process. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe and hit that bell to make sure you are up to date on all Black Sheep news and upcoming videos. Have a great day. Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. So today we're going to discuss the podcast that ever was, the podcast of Meghan Duchess of Sussex and Jamie Kern Lima today. Now, this podcast has been discussed ad nauseum. I realize that. However, I'm just going to take a couple of clips, and I can't actually play them all, but I will show maybe the captions without the sound to show you what I'm talking about and what I'm discussing. But we're going to take a few things that I found interesting that no one else has really discussed, at least to what I have heard. Maybe other people have, but from the people that I have listened to, no one's really picked these out. So yeah, let's get into it. The first one is at minute 14, around 14:30. She talks about how she just needs to make time for herself. Just guys, it's just tough being a mom and being an entrepreneur and a girl boss, and I just got to make time for myself. So Meghan talks about how she just went and just hopped on over to New York for a Broadway show, like most of us do. I know that when I'm tired, after having been with the kids and homeschooling and getting dinners and doing stuff, I'm just like, honey, I need to go see a Broadway show. So here you go. I'm taking a private jet and I'm going to go with my friends and the work will get done. It'll get done. And my husband just goes, yeah, totally, absolutely. We'll get the nannies on it and we'll just stay in the West Wing. And yeah, you do you, hon, you do you. So we all have those moments, right? We all feel it. We're all the same. So she discusses this, but what I find interesting about this point is not how ridiculous it is, but that she brings up Lin-Manuel, who is the creator and also I think he stars in a lot of the Hamilton shows. I don't know. I've never seen it. I'm not a big fan of musicals. However, I do know that people love Hamilton, so that's fine. I'm not a big fan, but I do know that he is very talented and he's someone that is recognizable. So of course Meghan's going to try to attach her name to him. She's going to try to put their names together, and she makes it sound like they are friends because she says, yeah, when he came to London for the premiere, like she's making it sound like they know each other. They know each other's schedules. They were in contact. They're friends. This is what she does. She takes other people's names and she clasps onto them. She gets her claws in to try to make this type of faux connection. So she does this with him, and I find it incredibly interesting because I know she did this with Billie Eilish and Adam Levine and his wife. I guess his wife's name's Behati or something. Anyway, she did this with the whole Billie Eilish tour merchandise that she received, in air quotes, from them or through them or however that works. Anyway, she does this all the time. So I thought it was interesting that she did that because nobody else really discussed it. She kind of glossed over very quickly. And she does this with the few things that I'm going to discuss. She's like very quick little snippets that you would almost miss if you're not really paying attention to her. But that's one of them. And so I just thought it was crazy that she's obviously already throwing out names, celebrity names. Okay, so the next part we're going to discuss is around 40 minutes, 20 seconds. They start talking about how Jamie had a full house and was really busy and overwhelmed, and delighted, though, when her BFF Meghan sent over a care package to just kind of lighten the load, because she knew that Jamie had a ton of people over at her home. And so Meghan decided to send over the tiniest little basket with two tiny, pint-size ice creams and a weird syrup thing with, of course, some mint on the side. And a note that says, what does it say? I can't even read it now. With the compliments of HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. Who does that? What kind of psycho friend sends that over? Her. And she's not a friend. By the way, this is my whole point with this one. Everyone's getting all bent out of shape about the HRH. I get it, and I could discuss that too. And to be honest, I didn't even care about this stuff. It's so irrelevant to me. The royal family, I really don't bother with them too much. The only reason I discuss Meghan is because she's a military spouse, and I'm a military spouse. My husband is currently active duty and has been for many years. And the thing is that I didn't really know anything about Meghan Markle. And then all of a sudden, not about a year and a half ago, someone that I know kind of commented on the way they were discussing her and something about Invictus. And I was like, what does she do? Like, who is this and what does she do? And then they showed me the videos of her stepping in front of veterans and stepping in front of soldiers in parades. And I was blown away. I cannot believe that this woman is doing this. No military spouse that I know would ever do this. I'm telling you right now. It is deplorable. And even no matter how high up in rank your husband is, you would not go and step out in front of veterans, especially wounded veterans, and parade around with them. You would not do this. So the fact that she did it was so disgusting, and I just go, what is she doing? Who is this person? And I became kind of engrossed in who she was over the past year and a half, and now I can't help but discuss it because, well, for one, my husband doesn't want to hear about it. Two, I just have got to talk about this, and I know that there is a lot of content right now online about her, and I think it's a good thing, and I feel like I should be another voice out there, particularly from a military spouse point of view, although that's not really anything that she discusses until it applies to her, such as at Invictus. So I think that, though, watching her behavior throughout the year is important and something that I've been wanting to highlight in order to, kind of showcase who she is as somebody, as a military spouse or of a veteran or something. I know that's like in air quotes because I know he didn't really do a whole lot there, and he was heavily guarded, and he, it's kind of like, I've seen the movie Gladiator a million times, and there's the scene in the beginning where the son of the emperor, is like, he's in a circle of men, and he's pretending to like beat all of them in a sword fight, and they're all just kind of letting him win. He's practicing or warming up or whatever it is, and it just reminded me of that, like, everyone's just kind of like, yeah, no, you got it. You shot the thing. Like, I just imagine him going out to some sand dune and shooting at some random target. And they're like, yay, he did it. He's a war hero. And so, yeah, because I know true war heroes, and they don't act the way he does. So, and not everybody is perfect in the military, don't get me wrong. But anyway, that's my whole point. That's this long segue into why I'm even discussing her. So anyway, back to the point. This basket, absolutely insane. No friend would do this to another friend, especially if you're close. The only reason she did it was to gain clout, and she wanted the people there at Jamie's home to go, wow, who's this from? Oh, Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. Wow, Jamie, that's amazing. She wanted to try to upstage Jamie, who is, to my knowledge, as of right now, self-made billionaire woman or multi-millionaire. She sold her company for $1.7 billion to L'Oreal. So you never really know how much people actually have. But anyway, she's a multi-millionaire, and she is someone who is supposedly climbed her way from, I'd say, middle class. I mean, she did like beauty pageants, and she was a news anchor and whatnot. So she wasn't somebody who was, struggling. But she definitely, I think they almost went bankrupt a couple times trying to start her business and her cosmetics. And so they did it. They put in their dues. And I applaud that. I think anybody who does that, great. I wish you all the success. But Meghan's trying to upstage her in front of her whole family by doing this. And that's what it is. It's not a gesture of kindness. It's a showcase of her title. And it's gross. And also, what I wanted to point out about this was, so you're telling me she had about 50 people over. Let's just say it was 50. Let's say it's 20. And you're going to send over 2 tiny pints of ice cream and some watered down syrup with a mint and say, here, this should lighten the load. No. It's ridiculous. Who does that? And also, isn't Jamie wealthy enough to just cater something and get a bunch of people to help her? I mean, for her to be like, I just was so in such distress. Like, you need to chill. You have you have limitless resources at your disposal. And you're telling me you were overwhelmed with people at your home? Well, just hire caterers, hire chefs, get a bunch of private chefs to come over. Get, a bunch of people to help clean your home or do whatever. Like, you don't have to do anything. So I thought that was really odd and really funny. Just, what a stupid basket. I just can't believe this basket. Like, if I was Jamie and I looked out and be like, that's what she sent me? Okay. You're a millionaire too. And this is what you thought would help me. Wow. Great. I love it. Sounds so good. Sounds so good. In her fake Valley Girl voice that she didn't have, by the way, when she was a news anchor she was on the show Big Brother too. And I've never seen that show, but I guess it's a reality show or something. And she was on it really early on. And she talks normal. So this kind of voice, you would say, oh my God, Meghan, it's just like the greatest thing I've ever had. It's just nauseating. I can't listen to it anymore, to be honest. So that's probably why I've clipped this, because I just can't do it anymore. Okay, now it's 53 minutes, and Meghan and Jamie are discussing how Harry said something to the public for the first time, that he was so proud of her, and that she's great, and so he's so proud of everything she's done. And Meghan looks around and goes, when did he say that? And as if she doesn't know, and as if she didn't orchestrate the entire thing and probably had a gun to his head, allegedly, and was saying, hey, you write this. You write this right now. And do it lovingly. Say kind things. Use a thesaurus if you need to, because I know your brain doesn't work that well. But she's pretending as if she'd never heard this before. And then she looks around the room to everybody, like, look. Like, looking for this affirmation of, look at how amazing I am. My husband, he adores me, and he's so wonderful, and he loves me so much. Look at me, I'm amazing. It's disgusting. It's so gross when you know who she is, because you know that she orchestrated it, and now she's pretending. It's like some people who plan their own surprise parties. And you know that they know, and they look around going, oh my gosh, for me? Oh my gosh. And they look at their husband and, oh my God, you did not. I can't believe you did this. It's like that. This is what she's doing. And so all of us who are watching who actually know who she is just go, wow, I'm embarrassed for you. Secondhand embarrassment. Okay, so then right after that, Jamie goes, okay, so you don't know this. So you're hearing this for the first time. And Meghan doesn't say yes. She just goes, that's sweet. That's important. Because she can't say, oh yeah, this is the first time. Or she could technically say, this is the first time I'm hearing this, because she wrote it. So technically she could, but she doesn't. Jamie goes, this is the first time you're hearing this? And she goes, that's sweet. And that's it. Which means she's lying. She knows that she wrote it. And she can't say, yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing this. And then right after that, Jamie says it again. I love that you're hearing this for the first time. And Meghan doesn't say a word. Her hand's over her mouth, and she's just staring at Jamie. As if, look at how sweet and wonderful I am of a human being. With all my jewelry and my expensive clothing and my hair's done and my makeup on, even though I'm pretending like I'm not wearing any. It's ridiculous. Okay, now around 1 hour, 15 minutes, they talk about, she says, I need Sussex chickens. I need to add this to my flock. Meghan and Harry act as if they are the only people who have done anything. And I've said this before. She acts like she's the only woman in the world with chickens. She acts like this. She acts like she's the only woman in the world who's had children. She'll go, God, parenting, for me, it's just this thing. It's this emotional blah, blah, blah. And she'll just word vomit all over. And then she'll talk about being a wife and a mother. And she discusses it as if she's explaining it to you for the first time and you've never heard the words. As if you've gone to a random planet in the solar system and they're trying to describe to you what it's like to live there. And she's telling you for the first time. It's annoying when people are like this. I have people in my life who are like this, who they talk about their struggles or whatever they're going through as if no one's experienced it. As if they're not the billionth person on the planet. And I'm not saying everybody can't have struggles or anything like that. We all do. We all get through life with some degree of struggle. And everybody's is different. And sometimes it's the cards you're dealt. Sometimes it's what you choose to do. But she acts as if she's the first. And the people in my life who act like this are incredibly annoying. I cannot listen to it. Because I go, wow, yeah, I know you've had kids. Like, you have kids. Yeah. That's what happens when you have kids. You get busy or tired or it's a lot of work or whatever it is. But they act as, no, you don't get it. I mean, I've got this many. And I go, okay. Yeah, me too. No, but you don't get it. This. And I just go, oh my gosh, please stop talking about it. You are not the only person in the world who has experienced this emotion or this thing of motherhood or having a business. Same thing. She acts like she's the first woman to ever have a business. And I bet that's what her whole stupid podcast is about, her Confessions of a Female Founder. She's like, I need to confess this because nobody understands. Nobody gets it. Nobody's made anything. Jamie hasn't made her own business from the ground up. She has no idea what I'm going through. And so it's so exhausting. So even the chickens. The chickens, yes, I need them because I have chickens. Have you heard I have chickens? By the way, I've got chickens. Okay, who doesn't? I have chickens. Who cares? And she acts like she's the first, so she's teaching all of us. I love what Tim Dillon said. She thinks we're pig people. She does. She thinks we are awful pig people, and she needs to teach us everything. So she's the only one who's ever had chickens, so she needs to teach us. She's the first mother of all time, so she needs to teach us how to be a mom. She's the first wife of anybody who's been royal, so she's got to teach us about that. You know, she's the first female founder of a business. She's got to teach us. We don't know. No one knows the struggle of her life. She's the only woman who's of mixed race. No one else is that, so she needs to tell us about that. Which I hate that argument. Everyone is mixed of some sort. Truly. I mean, even yes, you can say parts of the world is a very distinct lineage of certain peoples or tribes or whatever, and that there's some truth to that. Okay. But to pretend like because of the skin color I have or the features I have today, that means everyone in my lineage has had those is just ridiculous. I mean, it's changed even from my family. I can see in 2 generations ago. You would never guess of the people that I'm connected to. We don't even look alike. And you think, how can I, you would never guess that you would come from that family. But that's the beauty of it. It's amazing. It's the beauty of the world and America and cultures. You get to share and join and be different and all this stuff. But she acts like it's never been done. And that's just exhausting. It's so boring. Who she is so boring. And she's trying to make it seem like she's interesting. And the only thing that I do find fascinating about her is her narcissism. So yeah, but it's something that, technically, I guess you can't control. So the only thing I find interesting about this woman, and I think I'm in the majority, is the thing she can't control, which is her narcissism. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, guys, so that's all I've got for this one. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got some maybe new insights into this alien-like interview between these two pretty insufferable women. And I'm not trying to be mean to Jamie. I don't know who she is. I didn't even know who she was till this podcast. So I guess kudos to Meghan in that way for highlighting one of her billionaire friends for the first time. But it's interesting how so many people could have different views on this podcast and these people. But I do think that we are all doing a good job of shining the light on who Meghan is, who Harry is, and what they're trying to do. And I'm glad. I'm that's why I wanted to start this too. I want to be a part of this conversation because I've had so many thoughts and I've wanted to speak about it. But again, my husband's tired of hearing about it. So he's like, just go talk about it somewhere else. And fair enough. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about this. And I am not looking forward, but kind of looking forward to more content coming out. Because this woman, Meghan, is nothing but consistent in content. So I'm excited about that. It's nice to know I don't have to work that hard. I just wake up and go, what did she do today? Oh, okay, let me talk about it. It makes it pretty easy, to be honest. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.